Hold on. Okay, Mittens is here. Grilly Pop. Hold on. Let me yeah, of course. No, I'm gonna let you come up, Mittens, because you have every right to talk about that scenario. A lot of people have questions.
Yeah, so that was like way back in December.
Right. No, I said that. I said I'm pretty sure this is not super duper recent because clearly who was this? Stephanie was going through a bunch of old shit yesterday. But I guess a lot of the comment cousins got this floating around from last night and they kind of just want to know like why. Like December's not that far back, but like why? Like why?
I there's no excuse. I was asked to do it, and so I did it.
So I think the issue and the eyebrow raised, as Malibu Blue would say, is that you are in a chat with Bougie and Stephanie, and so you're making memes for Bougie.
Yeah. So this was back, like, I don't even remember what part of December, but no one was talking to me. I had no friends. I was talking to Bougie. I wasn't hiding that. And she asked me, can you put this face on this body? And I said, sure. And I did. I didn't know Muffin Man at the time. I didn't know the correlation between Leather and Lace and Muffin Man.
I mean, did you stop and ask and say, well, whose face is this that I'm putting on there and why? Or you just did it?
I just did it.
Or did you, when you did start sitting over at Muffins, did you not, want to give someone a heads up?
Honestly, I forgot I even did it until it was shown.
Until you were caught.
I'm not gonna lie, there's no point in lying about it. I forgot I did it.
But, Muffin Man lets you, we all let you tell your story, and I'm kind of indifferent here, but I just want to know, if you're sitting with somebody day by day, you would think about, oh yeah, I made this meme about this person, because she showed her face quite a bit.
And it kind of gives weird feelings because you might not have had a group like what you did when you were with OG, but you were never alone. You might have felt alone, but you were welcome in Roberts, you were welcome in Muffins, you know what I mean? So it just is a lot of betrayal feeling, especially with people who have, I've known from the minute that I've ever heard that woman's name that she wasn't a good person and that she doxed people. Now, I did not know it was to that evil freaking extent, so it's just kind of how did you get in contact with Bougie, and did you know that Bougie and OG were talking on the back end?
So when I had spoke with Bougie, it was way before her and OG were talking. This was right when everything was really happening with me. No, I'm not still talking to Bougie. I've never talked to Leather and Lace outside of maybe being in a live stream. If I was ever in her live streams. These messages were between Bougie and I, and she was giving me advice on what to do in reference to what was going on between OG and I. She was I thought she was my friend.
Did you make any fake accounts?
I have made fake accounts, yeah.
Did you make any on Muffin or anyone involving Muffin?
No, I did not.
When you did the head on the body, did you do the whole meme? Do you know the Muffin Man?
I believe so, because I think I asked who it was, and they were like, it's Muffin.
Okay, so then you did know that it was a person, you knew who it was. You may not have known her,
I didn't know who she was.
Who the hell takes someone's picture and puts it on a body like that and doesn't ask it? I wouldn't do that for anyone, first of all. My moral compass wouldn't allow it. But who does that? You victimized someone you didn't even know. And then
Victoria, I love you. You made me feel bad. I put all the heads on the petty people. I made the cult picture.
That's fine.
I feel better.
This is way different. This is way different, Broken.
Yeah, this was like a bullying decision.
My thing is like when it was coming out that people were making pages about Muffin, because I know you were in those lives, Mittens, why did you not come forward with this information?
Because I forgot about it. Like, it's not like I'm conveniently forgetting about it. I forgot about it.
There ain't no way you made something as vindictive and evil and disgusting as that, and then you sat with said person for however long you did, and you conveniently forgot that you put her face on that body. Get real. And then you did this copy and paste message to all of us who I have never even talked to you before, so I appreciate you checking in on me, but to see that you literally copy and pasted the same message to multiple people.
Because I wanted to ask people if they were okay.
You were freaking out that you were made. You were freaking out. And I asked you about it in the messages. Yes, you were. Yes, you were.
No, I wasn't. Don't try to put words in my mouth. Yes, I don't need to. The same message, but there was a lot of people that were upset about last night, that were impacted by last night for more than just what I did.
So I have another question. Have you fully seen the live from last night yet? Did you record it?
No, I didn't.
Okay, well, I'm going to let you know that OG and Bougie were talking long before you made this meme. It's in there. So I guess look, you've taken accountability. I give you credit for that but it bothers me that more keeps coming out. So I'm saying what my advice would be, you need to get on live and tell every nasty detail.
Can I ask a question real quick, just honestly, timeline-wise, because it's been one hell of a 6 months, but isn't back in December we were already having issues with Bougie attacking Pastor Petty?
Yeah, this has been going on since like September, Queen.
Right.
That's why I'm like, you can't. December's like it's like 2 months ago, okay? And to sit here and be like, oh, you do remember, because how many times has there been lives about what happened to Muffin, what's going on with Muffin, and you really didn't sit there and think, oh wait, yeah, Bougie and this person told me to make this picture. Yeah, like this would have been information people needed to know, especially Muffin Man herself.
I was just wondering, because it kind of it does bug me timeline wise that you be kikiing in Pastor Petty's live. Hold on, in Pastor Petty's live, but then you're messaging one of the attackers, Bougie, on the back end, who's hurting him actively and his children.
I didn't agree with what she was saying about the kids. This meme was around the same time that I made the hateful meme about OG and Shelly.
You make memes of other people?
No.
Can I ask a question, Mittens?
So,
I'm sorry.
It's okay, Shiny. So, like, this is where my timeline problem is, because I started being friends with Muffin Man, like, literally around that time frame of when that message was sent. And you were around us. I know for a fact you were around us during that time, because, again, you felt comfortable enough to say your story on one of Muffin Man's lives when we were all telling our stories. Well, when everybody else was telling their stories. So I'm not really understanding your timeline versus is everybody else's remembrance of the timeline that we all have. And that's where the problem lies.
It's giving op. I'm just going to say it for what it is. It's definitely infiltration. You see right through you.
I mean, yeah, because oh, sorry. Go ahead, Shiny Penny. I'm so sorry.
It's okay, Katie. It's okay. If I remember correctly, you were coming into Muffin's lives with all of us. Wouldn't that have refreshed your memory of oh my gosh, I had a part in this, and there isn't anybody out of all the people in it's a large group that you could have said, I kind of did this and I need to fess up. Can you help me? Give me guidance or advice? Did that ever cross your mind?
No, because no.
You didn't know?
So, with now, you were talking to Tutal for a really long time, and I know you guys got close. I don't know how close, but I know you guys, were talking enough to people thought you were lesbians.
What?
Remember that? Somebody made that reference of you guys being lesbians.
Can someone share this to Tutal just since we're mentioning her?
OG or somebody made a reference about them being lesbians because how close they were, apparently. So with you being so close,
I remember OG made the scissor sister comment.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
So
hang on. Let me finish.
Hang on. No, because I've been getting questioned, and I want to answer something that's in the comments. People are saying this is a repeated behavior. This is not a repeated behavior. This is something that I did back when I was doing all of those behaviors.
See, that's why. Okay, that's okay. So this is where my question lies: is if you were talking to Tutal and kind of, maybe you guys were talking about everything you've done, why didn't that come across?
Because I didn't remember I did that. I did so many bad things. And I've owned all of them. And even when I seen that yesterday, I said, I own it. I did it. There's no lying about it.
Can I ask another question?
But I mean, I'm pretty sure we all can agree here that, like, if someone's on this internet saying that their children are being posted and things like that, you're definitely going to fucking remember something like this. Like, there's no way that this didn't cross your mind.
You cannot tell me what I do and don't remember. Like, you're not in my head. You can't tell me what I do and don't remember.
I was over this, though, over this exact meme.
Exactly.
More than once.
Multiple lives over the meme.
Isn't it interesting that in all the time Mittens was hanging out in muffins publicly, neither Stephanie or Bougie ever said anything about how Mittens was doing some dirty stuff?
I didn't even realize it was the same person. I was asked to put a face on a body, and I was told the name, and I just did it. Like, you guys haven't done anything horrible before?
Hang on. I was just told by somebody very close to you and Fab Five that you guys all came out September and October and came clean to them specifically. So
about that?
About your behavior. So this is
about that?
About all the bad stuff you did.
Are you saying like when she actually officially fell out with OG?
Yeah,
right.
They're saying that the bad behaviors was September and October with the Fab Five is when you came clean on everything you've done. So since this is in December, that's after
everything came to a head at the end of October.
December.
Yeah, this is from December, right?
Yeah, so it was like a month later.
So you were still interacting with them, with OG and them?
No.
So this is just Bougie. So this is just you and Bougie.
Yes.
But you were also interacting with Muffin.
Hold on.
Not
Can
at
I
that
say something real
time.
quick? First off, I want to say I'm not up here to be questioned because I didn't do nothing wrong. So I see your guys' comments, but I'm not up here to get interrogated, okay? When I watched the same shit show y'all watched last night, okay? And when I saw that, I immediately screenshotted it and sent it to Men's and asked her about it. And she said, holy shit, I don't even remember doing that. Okay, I'm not here to make excuses for Mittens, and Mittens does this too. I'm not going to defend her on anything that she does that is a mistake or she knows she did. I'm not going to defend her on that. But I'm not up here to be questioned. I'm just up here because her name was mentioned, okay?
But nobody should be questioning Tutal. Like, this is not.
Yeah, no, it wasn't that Tutal.
No, this has nothing to do with Tutal. And ultimately, I was just giving Mittens and everybody a platform to talk to Mittens about this because it does hurt. Okay, go ahead, Florida man. Lord Jesus.
Damn well, you did not steal my meme, Florida man.
Looks like he did.
So I got a question. Were you aware that Cartel was doxxed in that thread?
Me? No. I didn't even see that whole thread.
You did, and I can say I messaged her and said, "Are you seeing this thread that's happening?" She didn't even know like what live they were in, and I sent her the screenshot of the meme because I too, like the 450 people that were in here, were also confused.
Well, I honestly probably wouldn't have watched either if I knew I had sent some memes to Bougie.
Mittens, when's the last time that you spoke to B?
A few weeks ago?
Why? Why?
Who's B?
Because I was being spoken on and she was in that chat, so I messaged her.
Like to
Okay.
confront her, or like just cordially like kiki?
No, to be like, that's not me. Like to talk about like, no, like that's not what was going on. That's not what was said. That's not this or that.
I have one more question, Mittens. I'm not a creative person when it comes to memes, etc. But when you make these, and there's some that have a great many of them, and they pull them out in random order for funnies, isn't there some sort of memory on your computer or phone or tablet that you can refresh your own mind with to see if you've heard anybody else that you've been opened in a circle with and running with, and then go to that person and tell them?
I can do that. I can go check.
I would say that's important.
Can you talk to? Okay, so Too Tall, I'm not trying to throw you into this, but you're a very trustworthy person. Is there any way that you can go through it with Too Tall, just to kind of back you up on what you say?
Yeah, I'll do it with her.
That's if Too Tall wants to get involved, because I know that she was doing like mental health stuff and that it was overwhelming last night. So I don't want to throw Too Tall in as a responsibility.
And Fab Five, I brought you up because I was messaged directly about when you and Mittens all went together and was like, "Hey, this is what's going on," and talked to this said person. So that's why I brought you up. It wasn't anything bad on you. It was literally just because you were grouped together in the message. So I said it. That's it.
Well, here's what I'm going to say. I mean, I wouldn't mind doing it, but like, I've already done this with Mittens before, right? I have been Mittens' friend. Mittens and I do talk daily, and you know, when everything happened with OG and the Sarah Riz account, she did show me her multiple devices to prove to me that she wasn't the Sarah Riz account. And so what I'm learning for myself, right, is that one, I just got back to work, so I can't be on here that much. And I just don't want to put myself in more of that space, I guess.
Hey, you know what?
I don't know
It's
how to
not even
explain
your
it.
responsibility.
Last night was a lot.
You don't have to do anything, Too Tall.
Too Tall. It's really not your responsibility.
And I know Mittens, and I know you wouldn't ask me to do that either, you know, and it isn't my responsibility, but I do care for Mittens. We have grown to like each other a lot, you know, just like.
But like, listen. Mittens has a platform of her own as well, and she can get creative with trying to go back and figure out what she may or may have not done to people. And she can get creative in holding herself accountable as well. It's not your responsibility. It's not my responsibility. It's nobody else's. And I don't want you to put yourself in any more stress.
And I don't want you to put yourself in that position, Too Tall.
One of the comment cousins is asking Mittens, just since we are already out here, like holding ourselves accountable today, did you have anything to do with some of the petty stuff that was thrown out there?
No.
Between him and Bougie, like on the back end?
No.
Like a group chat where like people would still talk. When you went back in, did you ever scroll up to catch up?
No, that was just Snapchat messages between me and Bougie, and they would delete.
And I will have to say too, is that Mittens did tell me she spoke to to B back whenever this month was, but it was about OG situation because if you guys remember correctly, recorded a phone call or whatever, and B was trying to be, correct me if I'm wrong, Mittens, because sometimes I fuck up too. B was trying to be a middleman between you two, if I'm understanding correctly, right? Like she was talking to you and talking to OG and trying to find like a common ground, or like, I don't understand. I don't know. Maybe I'm misunderstanding that.
I don't know. Call me dumb, call me weird, call me, I don't know. All I know is if I see people behaving in this behavior, I will not speak to them on the phone. I will not share text messages with them. You see that the way these people are dragging people and you're communicating with them, and then you do inside shit with them. Listen, I haven't really trusted you, Mitten, since everything came out. I've been cordial to you, and I'm only being honest here because this is what we are all about on this side is honesty. I don't know. I mean, I had a question last night. Let me just ask you: are you and OG friends again?
No, we're not.
Well, because it seems really funny because she's really got your back on all these lives in the last 2 days.
That's what OG does. You guys have to understand that is what OG does. And that I will stand 10 toes down with Mittens on as well, because she did share me the entire text thread and nothing about it was friendly. It was questions being asked because that whole entire group or community, and again, I'm not making excuses. I go off what I see and what I hear. That whole community been through a whole bunch of shit. From October or June, I guess. I wasn't even around then. And she shared the whole thing, and she was like, hey, I don't want you to think me and OG are friends, but we did have a conversation. This is what OG does. OG gets on here and acts like, back off, Mittens, this isn't right, don't do this, to make people's fucking minds get to fucking twirling. Sorry, that's my piece on OG.
I don't know. Okay, I'm going to drop. Thanks, Queen.
I did see that conversation, so yeah. And Mittens already knows, like, yeah, we are friends. We do talk daily. And if there's anything that I mean, I didn't know about it until last night either. You know what I'm saying? But she also knows that she's a grown adult and is responsible for her own behavior. And so, again, the only reason why I'm up here is because my name got mentioned. I don't agree with the meme either. You know what I mean? I really don't, especially with everything that was going on with the kids page. My question is to, like, why did they want that? And maybe this is not a question for you, Mittens, but I would have asked, why did they want that with these children accounts going around? It just meant like I don't know. I can't word it correctly.
Utah, you're leading me into my next point. I appreciate you. My thing is this proves right here that Bougie and whatever the fuck you guys want to call her, we're definitely making accounts about Muffin. This is proof right here, because why the fuck else do you need a meme like that?
On that subject, after this picture in that chat, Bougie asked Stephanie, should we use this and make an account?
And you know what's funny is there was an account that message that Muffin showed. Again, I haven't seen all the receipts, but from what I saw, I for a little bit thought it was Bougie. The way that they were texting, it was the one that Kendra showed. And Kendra had said that it was Kate, but I believe that was Bougie. That's just my opinion. And especially now seeing this, I mean, I don't know. It's weird. Y'all are fucking weird.
Oh, look, I was about to call you again, Katie, because you got that photo up, but you talking right now, girl.
Sorry.
Hi, Robert.
Hello.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
He was just asking what was going on. I know we have some late comers, but I was just clearing the air on behalf of CJ, just because everyone was trying to decode Pastor Petty from earlier today about a comment cousin who was doing some naughty things on the back end with other comment cousins against other comment cousins at the time. And I just wanted to clarify that this is what was shown yesterday during that phone dump from Stephanie. And the screenshot just shows that Mittens did participate in making body shaming, bullying memes on Muffin, and Mittens is explaining that this was back in December, and that she didn't really ask questions. She just did it on per Bougie's request. Hey, Robert, you can unmute if you want.
Oh, I have no comment.
Oh, okay.
Holly Mae, I don't know if you were in here, but she said a couple weeks ago, she already answered that. She said a couple weeks ago she was the last time that she talked to her. Something about she spoke on it live and she was saying it wasn't her.
Robert, I brought you up because I saw you saying want a box, so I was confused if you wanted a box or not. So I was like, I'm just going to send that invite if you want to.
No, somebody told me that I might want a box for this.
So is this the only part where Mittens is mentioned?
I don't know. I didn't watch. I personally wasn't watching the dump.
It was. I screen recorded the whole thing because, the last couple of minutes of it, I had to leave because I was so sick to my stomach. I was going to throw up.
Yeah,
I couldn't sleep for just the hurt for everybody. Like, just everybody involved in that was bullshit. It's not fucking fair that people are digging up fucking life. Don't even get me started on that. But yes, I paid attention to names. I went through it. I scrolled through it because I wanted to, because Mittens knows I will hold her accountable. Just like anybody else that I am close with or friends with, I will fucking say something if something is not right. And that is exactly what I did. I messaged her, or I messaged her, she messaged me. It was a whole fucking thing. And so
there was another one that I made. It was of Miss Unknown. And I was asked to put her face on someone who was smoking.
Why did you make one of Miss Unknown and then turn around and actually go to Miss Unknown to help you out? Because she was
just denied making, and you denied making memes of anyone else. So
and she was the reason why I was like, okay, I'll give you a chance.
Wait, and how recent was that? Because Miss Unknown wasn't way back in December. She was more recent, right?
No, it was all back in December.
Victoria, you're being like snap. I don't know if you saw that.
Can someone invite Miss Unknown?
Florida Man, what have you got in your picture today?
Florida Man has me in his, that is a picture of me in his profile picture right there.
If I can recommend something, I noticed when she had admitted to something else that everybody kind of got a little aggressive, and that's going to shut her down. So, altogether, before anybody gets aggressive.
I also want to correct Cat Mom. Tutol said that she was never mentioned again in that photo dump. Mittens was never mentioned again in the photo dump. Tutol never said that she never saw any memes or Mittens never told her about any more memes. So I think that's where you got the confusion there.
yeah, just because somebody is close with somebody doesn't mean that they tell everything what they've done wrong. You know what I'm saying? Yes, Mittens has come clean to me about a lot of shit months ago when all this shit happened, but no, I did not know about this meme. And yes, we did talk about it last night.
So there's Miss Unknown. I just wanted to
drop because I'm having Fortnite issues. So.
Okay.
But if I get mentioned, I'll be back.
All right, let Miss Unknown up just so we can get that and clear the air since Mittens is here. Hey girl, can you grab a box?
That's a valid point. If y'all remember, this was like Christmas Eve or Christmas, remember, because it was a holiday for the Miss Unknown thing.
Right. Hey girl, long time no talk. Hey
y'all, what I miss?
I just since we're coming clean and holding accountability out here, Mittens just
I made a meme about you.
Yeah.
I was asked to make a meme of your face on someone whose body who was smoking, and I did it.
Yeah, damn.
And who requested that you do that for them?
Bougie.
What I do for you?
Bougie. Okay, Bougie asked Mittens to do that for her.
So that just leads me to believe every meme and picture that Bougie's ever put out, you definitely helped.
No.
It's just hard. I think it's just I mean, for me, I'm just speaking on me because I know common cousins be like, don't you say us, queen. I think it's just hard to swallow because, the common cousins have taken you in even through some of your rough past on behavior on the app, and to know that December wasn't that far back, and to know that you actively did some things to other comment cousins, including Miss Unknown, and then hang out with them and just conveniently forgot. Like me personally, if I knew I was on the back end making some, bully type memes on comment cousins that I'm trying to get in good with, me personally, I would have come clean right away and been like, hey, I had a problem with you before, and I fucked up and I made some things, or I said some things about you, just so you know, but I like you now and I hope you can forgive me, or, give me a chance, because I've had.
Queen, you know the crazy thing about it? I gave Mittens grace and I didn't even know her. When I was going live and let her over there, a lot of people was giving her grace.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
I got a question. Did you start coming into our lives? I'm talking about my lives and Miss Unknown's lives to be like get information or anything like that. And I'm asking that because, like Miss Unknown just said, a lot of people gave you I didn't know the whole situation. So I didn't know you from Adam and Eve. You know what I'm saying? But when you came into Miss Unknown's lives, people would come at you. And she always said, nah, Mittens is good. Everybody always said that was in the boxes. Spill records them lives. Spill still has lives from Miss Unknown going live and me. Like,
I can drop for Gertel, but I got one more question for Mittens before I drop.
You can say Polly Queen, I'll drop.
No, I have to drop. Like, I have my daughter. Oh well, shit. Okay, but I still gotta drop. So can I ask this quick question, Mittens?
Yeah.
Okay, so why were you trying so hard and so mad at us for not letting you in so easily when you were like, I know you don't remember, but when you were doing this on the back end during that time of like wanting to be in the live with us, wanting to be in Petty's live with us. Like, I don't understand your thought process there of being mad at us for not including you and allowing you to speak your piece when all this was going on too.
Let's not forget, I was just thinking about it because y'all remember the live that I had, when Bernadette came in and how she was spurring that OG was filing charges against Mittens and, how Mittens couldn't be around and this and that. Like, Mittens, what did I do to you? And then I just got the screenshots. Like, this shit disgusting as fuck. Like, damn, this fucked up. Yeah, and then Bougie, you used the N slur. You called me a nigga in the messages too. Like, what the fuck I do to y'all? Like,
that was
damn.
my question, Mittens. And again, I've never, like, when that whole drama went down, I didn't get in the middle of it. I still kept you as a friend, followed you, never said one bad word about you. I know for some people it's very easy to get caught up in drama, but I just would like to know, were you aware that slur was being used in that?
No.
But what you were aware of is what Bougie, Mallory, and all them were going around saying about a minor child and Pastor Petty. What you were aware of is how they were talking about Unknown. What you were aware of was how they were sitting there bashing and slandering every fucking body that was in all of our lives and boxes while you were in there with us.
And Holly, don't you remember I know everybody remember we streamed that live that night that Leather and Lace had when they put the mean picture up of Muffin Man because we were all disgusted. I streamed that live.
Yeah, like, I'm telling you, Spill was recording us.
Means you've been around.
That's in your box, Miss Unknown. I was in the box.
Yes, Mom. Oh my God, y'all.
Hi, Monster. Oh my God, it's such an honor to get you in one of my boxes. You never make my life.
Listen, I'm gonna behave too because I'm in an area that's like real echoey, right? Mittens.
Yeah.
Do you have anything that you want to say to me?
I just want to say I'm sorry to everyone.
You don't got to be sorry to me, because I'm not going to lie. I'm glad that a lot of people are acting the way they're acting and showing who they are and all the things, even showing who they are without even knowing they're showing it. I don't know your whole situation with everybody. I just think it's very fucked up that you came over by us and like were fuck Bougie and them, but on the sidelines you were with Bougie and them. It just that two-faced shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't gotta lie to kick it.
It wasn't like that.
Holly,
But
that's
that's
not
how
the
it
bad
looks.
part. Hold on, Miss Holly. That's not the bad part, because Miss just sit up here and said that she forgot that she even made that Mimi of Muffin. Y'all know how hard I was fighting for Muffin, like how hard we were going to bat for this shit, Miss. And you was the one, like, this shit is crazy.
I
I
did
am
fucked
fucking.
up shit. Like, I'm
I'm
not
disappointed.
I'm not lying about it. Like, I know that I've done some fucked up shit.
Well,
I'm so
You
disappointed.
don't owe me a apology. Like, I'm straight on there, because, like, we all do shit. Like, yeah, but this shit fucked up.
No, we
Like,
don't do no background shit now. We were holding lives together and everything, and I think we got one message with each other on the back end. We were going live. You know what I'm saying? We don't even have messages to say, bitch, I'm going live. None of that. Don't do backhanded shit. Even something as simple as that. If me or unknown fucking showed our messages with each other, it's one fucking message. Maybe two.
and you will never see a message of me with no meme or that fuck shit, means. Like, come on, bro. It's the fact that you was around us. And to be honest with you, I'm too tall. I love you to death, but them motherfucking accounts, that shit was men's now. Like, come on now. All of a sudden, them accounts went away. And I was just thinking about all of that shit, because they was coming in our lives
Hold
saying
on,
crazy
Miss
ass shit.
Unknown. I'm gonna have to say that, like, to pin all those accounts on Mittens, that's just crazy work. Like, yeah,
No, I'm
she
not
would have
talking
made that.
about all, I ain't talking about all of them, Robert. She know the particular
I
account that I'm
didn't
talking
do
about.
any of those accounts.
Yeah, I'm not putting
I'm
no label
s-
on that, because I don't,
I'm
again.
sitting
Yeah,
here. I'm
like,
telling you guys the truth. Like, if I was gonna lie about it, do you think I would sit up here and answer your questions?
To be
Shiny,
fair,
I've
hold
tried to
on.
change who I
Shiny,
was.
I'm gonna let you down softly so I can open up a box, but you can come back if you want, okay?
to
Oh,
be
sure, no
honest,
problem.
and to be fair, it's hard to say, Mittens, because why? And I know you say that you
Me too,
forget,
Queen.
right? But
I'm gonna drop to
why
open up
wouldn't
more room.
Because this
why
stuff
wouldn't
was over 3 months ago when I was doing fuck shit. I've worked
We
really
had
hard to
allowed
like
you back by
change my
then.
behaviors
I
and
know, Mittens, but we
change
had
so
allowed you back
much.
by then. We had allowed you back by then. What do you mean?
Here's the
No, you guys
question.
hadn't.
Mittens, here's the question I got. Had Leather and Lace not dropped this text thread, would you have came up on your own and said something?
No, because I didn't remember I did it. I've done dumb
But
shit.
even beside the meme thing, like, yeah, that's bogus. But even beside that, you were just like, you were talking with the girl. You just talked to
I
Bougie
never
a
hid
couple
the
weeks
fact that I
ago.
talked to Bougie. I didn't hide it.
I just now found out today.
Me too. I ain't even gonna lie. But then again, I'm
I
I
also
wasn't
gonna
in
am
your
say, to the
guys'
defense,
fucking
lives.
I'm also gonna
Anytime
be
mind
I
the devil's
blown
entered
right
your
now.
advocate. I'm gonna be the
anytime
devil's advocate. I don't know your
Anytime I
whole
entered your guys'
placement.
lives, I would get jumped. This is before I
Not
even met
mine.
Monster or Mean Girl or Tough Girl or whatever it was.
Not me. Not
Men,
over by the
right,
gas station. You were always
right.
welcome, especially because I thought you were mid 10 for a long time. And I see mid 10 in my lives all the time. I just got clarification that there's a mid 10 and a mid 10s.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
mitten is in the comments.
That's what I'm saying. So I always gave you, like, every time you came in, you got love from me every time.
She
Again,
said, what?
I didn't know that there was two, but even still, regardless, when I did see you, you know what I'm saying? I made it very clear that you were welcome there, because when Bernadette came in there, you apparently left because whatever's going on with you guys. And I told you, nah, don't never leave or feel uncomfortable in a space that you know you've been comfortable in for however long you've been there. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of support from the gas station lives, and them motherfucking lives be wild.
It also took me a little bit to come around, but I did, and I I knew better.
Okay,
Fucking,
Kendra first.
I'm so fucking tired of this, man.
Woo! Hey, okay. I have one question. Mittens, were you Snoop?
No,
You swear?
I swear.
Okay, that's all I wanted to know.
Katie.
Damn, I had a question because Holly Mae said something and I forgot because it was about something she said. So I'll ask a different question. So I guess my question would be, right, is this happened in December? The live with Miss Unknown also happened around Christmas time where Muffin had came up and said her story and you were very much there. So I can understand. And I think the thing that people are focusing on is like that you made memes and stuff, but it was the harmful fact of talking to the people who are posting or were making pay, whatever the case was. I'm not accusing because I'm not about to get yelled at for that. But the thing is like you clearly made a meme that they were using to belittle and degrade somebody, and you knew that there were fake pages being made. So I'm struggling to see how you don't remember making a picture like that.
I'm struggling how she didn't say nothing, not zilch.
Nothing.
And why did I have to get a C pipe? Like, out of all things, like, y'all made pictures of me with a fucking rug pipe. Like, that shit is fuck.
Listen, I reposted the
Dang.
video and slowed it down so people could hear what it said. And Bougie still ran with what it said, or that with the rack pipe,
Right.
and even made a fucking video of Whitney Houston.
Right. It was that whole controversy of what everyone was saying they thought they heard in the background of one of your lives, and a lot of us debunked, or at least I did. I debunked it. I didn't think it said what
I appreciate that, y'all. I really appreciate that because that was fucked up when I heard that. And then in the messages, they also reiterated it in those messages too, how Bougie was consistent about pushing that out to everybody.
And
like,
I was a dumb fuck and all that. Girl, she even tried to make a meme about me and made me a big girl. Listen, you should have just put Michelin right next to me, baby. I've been a fat bitch my whole life.
I definitely said it was credit card. They were reach. I mean, it's like at first when someone tells you, "Hey, tell me if you hear the word rack pipe," and you hear it at first, it could put like it's one of those like what do you call them, like those weird effects that you get when you know you hear it. Yeah, but like when you slowed that shit down, it was credit card. Come on now.
When people would say what they heard, I would hear what they fucking heard. I was like, I don't know what the fuck he said.
I got a quick question.
I even had to go back and listen to this shit.
I got a quick question, and then I got to drop. So do you have B's personal number?
No, I don't.
Okay, so why, after we invited you in, did you not just block them? Why did you turn around and reach out again 2 weeks? Like, why wouldn't you just say, you know what, F this, I don't want anything to do with you, I never want to talk to you again?
When we stopped talking, I did block her. And then when I was brought up into a live, when I was brought up in a live and things were being said, like saying that I said something, I got upset, so I unblocked her and I messaged her.
I don't know, I'm a jump, but I'm telling all 613 of y'all, you don't have to lie to kick it. You don't have to do all that. You know what I'm saying? We are all streaming and coming into lives from the comfort of our own home through our screen that we pay for. You don't have to lie and play both sides or be over here on the low and then be over there on the low. I'm not even speaking to just you, Mittens. I'm talking to like literally everybody.
Like that's the only thing I can do is own what I've done.
Did you send her that on IG?
It was Snapchat. Let me
okay.
Let me lighten the mood real quick. I'm gonna take a quick right and not lie to kick it. When Holly and May and both Monster were up here, I was blushing so motherfucking hard. Let me tell you.
Well, all I can say is like legit. We have common cousins that are newer or have come back into the community that I've had. You know, I've heard had issues with me, and we've had our conversations up front and just been like, hey, we kind of had some mixed feelings about each other, or hey, I was hot headed, I said some shit, and then we moved on and we're good. And I just feel like that could have been something that happened between you and Muffin when you realized, because clearly Muffin's face is there, and then I'm hearing that you were in her lives actively a lot. I'm pretty sure you probably put two and two together at some point. I mean, I know you keep saying you forgot. Oh, I forgot that I made it, but I mean, her face is right there.
But how do we forget when it's becoming people real life? Like, all bullshit to the side, like, this shit went too far. Like, people actually affected by this shit. So how the fuck could you forget about something like that?
And even
about saying that something about a pipe.
Even if you forgot about a meme, clearly you were in a conversation enough to know what was going on to be asked to make a meme, right? You probably were told just a little bit, enough to get you to make that meme, but you still knew something wasn't right. You also
knew it was messy, right?
Yeah,
you knew it was
messy. But you also again knew that Bougie, Mallory, and all of them were going around speaking on Petty and his, you know what I'm saying? Like, speaking on him, speaking on others, you know what I'm saying? Probably at that time, I don't know if me, Ratina, Unknown, we were all going live. I don't know if it was around that time, but you do know that they were actively pushing a narrative on Petty. You know what I'm saying? So, for me, listen, I don't care where nobody sits, who nobody sits with. You can go talk to Bougie right when you get out this box. I don't give a fuck. For me, you being in our lives, and I'm saying everybody that I'm in a box with or I'm in their lives or whatever, you being over there by us while keeping a conversation and a friendship or whatever it was, a messy ship with Bougie and them, I'm good. I'm good. So the gas station is definitely open to everybody. It's a common place, not a safe place. You make your choice if you want to come into my lives or not.
I got a question because men's been around for a minute. And I'm trying to see, like, before we all just started going live and stuff, men's insurance, once you, I don't know, you had did some more stuff and you had just started coming back around. So, like, it's hard for me to believe, like, you didn't know nobody or you didn't know what was going on because you be knowing everything. And then you tried to get kind of side with me because I was wondering why you was it was like you was antagonizing. You was streaming all my lives. You was saying little slick shit. You were posting little shit. And I messaged you and said something about it because I'm like, why is you constantly bothering me? But I left it alone. But, I mean, it is what it is.
So, can I just ask, since you were buddy a couple months ago with Bougie, when did you stop interacting with her like this, on this level?
In December.
Why?
It wasn't right, and I didn't like that talking about the kids. The kids is when I drew my line, and I guess when she drew her line, because
Spoke up about it though, means like we had lives about it, like we stood behind Muffin Man.
I have a hard time even hearing about what happened with his kids because it is a really big trigger for me. But I've disagreed with the.
I mean, you know, your triggers are not our problems.
I know that.
That's
why I've stayed out of the conversation. Like,
but how could you be concerned on the back end, but not concerned on the front end, and then you indulging in it?
Mittens, you said a few minutes ago that 2 weeks ago you were still talking with Bougie.
Not like talking.
Wait a minute. And you said first that this was the only meme you had made, but then you come back and said you made one for Unknown.
Sure did.
Because I was asked to go back and look. And when I
get a meme and I had to get called a nigga, like this shit is crazy. Like I ain't did nothing to y'all to deserve this shit. Like come on now.
No.
I'm 67 years old and I can still remember shit I did 10 years ago, much less 3 months ago.
Also, I do believe Petty's children were being talked about actively prior to December.
I agree with you, Queen, 100%.
I have to agree with that. I think that goes all the way back to the end of September.
Yeah, it was about September.
Right. Mm-hmm. You're right, Queen. Mittens, I would like to ask you just a couple questions. And if I'm wrong, please correct me. from what I heard, the memes that were made, Bougie asked you to make those. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Were you under duress? Was you being threatened?
No.
I'm hearing something in your voice. Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Then why would you do it?
I don't know. I
You
have
really don't know.
No, I don't have any excuse there. I don't have any explanation.
Okay.
I did it.
No, I wasn't asking for an excuse. I was asking from the heart why it was done. Okay, let me ask you this. We'll go back to the holidays. We had a big rumble over here in Queen's Life. A big rumble. Was you here with us, Mittens?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Let me ask you, Mittens. You remember all the way back to Christmas. Now talk to me about your memory. What is affecting your memory? Something is, Mittens. Tell us.
I take a really high dose of a medication that affects your memory.
And that medication.
Wait. Is it the gabapentin?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just curious because I'm okay. Medication affects people differently, but I was just wondering.
And I agree. I mean, most of you know I'm a retired nurse. I'm on very high dose of gabapentin, but I don't forget on it. But everybody is different. But I
Hey,
will.
can I just say something to that?
I'm not quite done yet. One thing I do want to say, I don't care what medication you're on. It isn't picky. Like it's not going to let you, you can remember this, what you did, for the rumble, but you don't remember that. It doesn't pick and choose. Something isn't adding up here. And that's all I'm going to say. You answered my questions and I thank you.
Thank you for being respectful, Peppy.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, of course.
Can I say something without? Well, you guys yell at me. But
you don't have to get involved, Bobby.
Watch it, Sugar Daddy. Watch it. Okay.
Hey, honey. I just I understand where everybody's coming from, questioning her about talking to Bougie, especially being on this side and all of that. But why is I'm confused about questioning why she made memes on people when I've seen memes done on people all over this app from people on this side. And everybody laughed and giggled about it.
You know why, Fab? Because we held lives about Muffin Man trying to get to see who posted her kids, who posted her family, who did all of that to her. Mittens sat around us in those lives while we were bringing awareness. And Mittens knew that she was a part of that. And that was very disgusting of her to make those memes. And then for her to make one of me with a rack pipe in my mouth, like, come on, I ain't never did nothing to them. Like, it's a big deal to me because she sat around us.
I'm not saying it's not a big deal. I'm not saying it's not a big deal.
The big deal with Muffin Man is the fact that we had a live about people coming out about their stories. And I mean their trauma stories about everything they went through. And she made a live on Muffin Man who allowed her to speak her piece and her story in that live. And that's the problem. Is she made a meme about somebody and then they turned around without knowing that this meme was made. And they let her in that safe space that we all gave her.
And let me add to that real quick.
Go ahead, Katie.
Sorry. Let me add to that real quick, Sugar Daddy. So the whole thing, really, if we look at it as a whole, it's not the meme specifically, right? Because the meme's disgusting in general. But you're right. People on this app make memes. Not everybody, because I've never made one, and a lot of people haven't. But people make memes all the time, right? My frustration and a couple other people's frustration is Mittens was in lives where Muffin Man would get up and tell her story, and if I had somebody come to me and ask me to make a meme about Muffin Man and I was in lives watching Muffin Man, that shit would eat me alive. She says she doesn't remember. I'm gonna have to take her word for that, but that shit would eat me alive, and that's my problem. Is like we've discussed and tried to figure out who's making pages on Muffin Man, and I mean that's a great hint, clue, whatever the fuck you want to call it, right there. That's my problem. The meme,
Okay.
disgusting, yes, but everybody makes them. I can't dock her for that. The issue is, it was bougie and leather and lace that she made it for, and it was about Muffin Man specifically when Muffin Man had pages made about her and her children and all the things.
And not even that, Petty. Petty had court things going on with Bougie and et cetera and them. And come on now, you know that plays a part in there too, mincing around. And basically, she like the mole. I mean,
Let me ask
this is
this.
my opinion.
I'm not a mole, dude.
No,
I
I'm not
didn't
saying
like
like
run
that
back and
means.
tell Bougie information. I didn't do any of that. I was friends with Bougie, and then I wasn't friends with Bougie, and that's how it's been. There's not been no back and forth. There's not been me going and telling her information.
Okay, I got you.
Alright, I realized I said that and I barfed a little bit in my mouth.
Okay. So I got a receipt, and I want to ask Miss Unknown's permission first. But it is somebody flashing the meme that was made of Miss Unknown. It was edited, so it can't be pulled down. But may I show that, Miss Unknown, or no?
You can go ahead, Queen. I'm gonna close my eyes.
Okay.
Can you just do it fast?
My eyes.
Yeah, hold on.
If anybody uses this, I'm gonna bully you. So let's not use it.
Let me see if I can expand here. I'm still, I've been doing lives for how long now, and I still can't figure this out. Hold on. This one. Oh. Expand.
You should be able to tap your box and hit expand.
Oh, there we go. Who's showing the who is showing this meme?
Right, like
the
where did I get this from? Like, this was disgusting. And you made more than one, man. Like, that's the fucked up part. You made more than one.
Who was showing those? Because who's in that reflection there?
Yeah, can anybody remember this, or do they recall seeing someone showing this? That's from the phone dump?
Yeah, that was from the phone dump, Queen. But
Okay,
I
so
did hear that Bougie had I did hear in the past that it was somebody said it was some pictures of me and Bougie had them in the backdrop or something. So this gotta be from that. But that was the first time I saw it when they sent it from the photo dump.
That's crazy.
Is that right there pictures from the photo dump, Queen?
Huh?
Is that pictures from the phone dump?
I guess so. It was sent to me.
Is there a
Yeah, they was from the phone dump.
Is there a name at the top of those text messages that you can see?
Let me check. It says it's Bougie's name up there.
I said that right there was the ones that Leather and Lace was showing.
Yes.
So, Queen, do you got the other one that they got and where they was using the answer? Do you have that?
The one that Bougie said the N-word?
With the other picture like that? Because it's another picture.
No.
I guess it's.
I've got the one. Hold on one second. I've got one to where she has the word. Where she's saying the words. Hold on.
Okay, hold on.
Just say this because I see y'all arguing in the comments.
Katie, I give you permission to say it. Go ahead. I got your bill.
The people making it seem like we didn't pay attention to proof that was shown, or that we weren't paying attention or we weren't listening. We did. When we asked questions, we were disrespected and we weren't shown proof. We know who made the account last year. That's been clear. That's been shown. But our point is, who made the kids account? That's what we want to know. So if you have proof on who made the kids account, show that. That's what we want to know. So for people to keep here, I'm just so sick of it. Like, people have been targeting like me, Robert, Kendra, and Rivka because we chilled with Muffin and all this stuff, and like we were shown proof. We were never shown anything. We were shown YouTube videos. We watched them. They proved nothing besides some chick saying she made the account, whatever. And then we asked questions. I mean, stay classy, you're in here. You left the group. You didn't want to answer anything. We were willing to listen. And then we had a post made about us. Like, we haven't done anything to you. So for you to sit here and say that we didn't listen, we did. You just didn't show anything that we haven't already seen. And it's about the kids.
And I'm completely willing to give whoever my IP address to do whatever FaceTime call or something to show my IP address. I did not make any accounts about kids. I didn't.
I want to say something. I want to do a left turn real quick and then I'll drop. When all this started to come out and Moonbeam came into Bubbles Live for an apology and then showed text messages between Leather and Lace and Bougie, my first instinct was, this is a stunt. I don't know what, and then Leather and Lace gets up on live and does his phone dump and redoxes everybody.
Right.
Everybody. And we all watched it. A lot of people recorded it. It's a stunt. It's to get everybody to start fighting. It has to be, because none of this makes sense. To redox, even redo Petty's pictures. I mean, yeah, she acted like she was covering them up, but come on, some of us seen them that wish we would never had.
Right.
Yeah, so we also got to keep in mind why this is being done. Okay, y'all? That's it.
I mean,
Can I speak?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so no ma'am. I put up a description of what the YouTube videos were about, posted the YouTube videos, then I posted 3 receipts, described what they were, and then I was told I was being aggressive and defensive, and I said, listen, you guys know where I'm at. You can come find me if you want to listen. And I said, love y'all, and I left the group. Did I not?
Did not see that message, probably because you left. And I did. Here's what I'm trying to say, stay classy, right? Is I believe you. I believe Stephanie did the first page. My thing is we've been asking for proof on the children pages. Like we've
Right,
seen.
and we were trying to figure that out, and not one person named anybody. Yeah, maybe we were trying to figure it out on the back end between us all, and throwing out names and trying to get proof together. But not one time did anyone blame anybody specifically. We were throwing out names and proof and trying to figure it out. That was it. That was all.
That's
Nobody
true.
threw it on you. Nobody threw it on you or Robert or anybody else.
No, well, everybody's been like saying that we have some big secret or we know something that we're not sharing and we don't. But my thing is like I watched the videos. I'm the one that watched the videos. I looked at the screenshots, everything. I had already seen those screenshots because you've shown them a lot. And our issue is like we're trying to figure out where the kid's picture came from, all that. So that had nothing to do with like anything. And then when we did ask Muffin, she did get defensive and she showed us a police report and she would huff and she would puff, which I understand you're frustrated. But if you have people trying to help you, we have to work together. We can't, it just turned into this whole thing.
I understand. I totally get where you're coming from. And I have to remember that, and she does too, when she's trying to explain these things, that this has been around for a very long time and she's been going through it. We've all been dragging through it for a really long time, and we do get frustrated, and we have to remember you guys are brand new. You don't know the story. So the only way that you're going to understand the story is when you go back and you start from the beginning to give you guys every single detail, and that's all I was trying to do. I was just trying to provide you guys with all the facts from the beginning, from Jump Street, so you know what you were saying, and if you were ever asked a question, you knew exactly where to go to get the receipt. That's all I was trying to do. But different people were also asking different things. So there were certain people that were saying, well, how did this start? What happened? And then there was people also saying, oh, well, what about the recent stuff? So there was a lot of misconfusion with that. So I understand where you're coming from. I do.
And listen, I respect this conversation so much. I just think like it was all very overwhelming and it was too much. Nobody wanted to say or do anything because we didn't want to overstep. But my biggest thing is like it's children, and I don't understand how anybody could ever like not want to have the resources and the help that like we backed Muffin. I still hope every day that Muffin finds out who did this to her children. But the reason why I even brought it up, Classy, is because this picture that they just showed right here proves that Leather and Bougie were behind pages. Maybe not with the children, we still don't know, but they were still behind pages regardless. And that was my whole point of bringing it up, because they just showed evidence.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And
I
actually
don't
know that photo in that first one, that original photo of the head.
Mm-hmm.
I know where that photo came from. It came from her original doxing page, and I have proof of that. I can show, but I can't. I'll show it when you guys are all done.
Okay, so that brings up a whole different question, because
Let me get in here real quick, okay? I've been trying to talk. I've really been trying to talk. I'm sorry, Robert. You know I usually don't interrupt like this.
Oh, you're fine.
Stay classy. Why was I blocked and unmodded and all that shit when I wasn't asking questions? I wasn't getting into the know with all the children and all that shit. I was leaving that alone and just up in the box for support when y'all were talking about it. Do you know why I just out of the blue was like, yep, fuck this bitch? Because it seemed like everybody, I got that from everybody.
I don't, and I'll message you later of my feelings on that.
Okay. And I'm not trying to come at you hot or heated. I've been trying to say something, and this has been on my mind for a very long time, because a lot of people don't know what me and Muffin talked about, and it's a lot of personal shit. I'm not going to bring it here because it was my personal shit, and it just worried me because out of the blue, I was left in the dark, kicked out, and then I was looked side-eyed by a lot of people, and I was like, the fuck is going on?
I get it.
So,
I fully get. I get what you're saying, and I can only speculate. I'm not her, I don't know what's going on in her mind and her life right now. You know what I mean? I don't know these things. Or what she was thinking at certain moments. I can only tell you my opinion.
Okay, I just didn't know if she talked to you about it or not, because she said that you guys were super, super close. So I was like, okay, but I'm gonna.
We were for a while. So. But
I'm sorry,
I mean, like I said, I can definitely tell you what my feelings are on that, but that's just not a topic for TikTok Live. That's
okay. That's okay, and that works for me. Thank you.
I appreciate that.
Question right quick for Mittens. Mittens, I was just thinking about it. I just want to know, did you have anything to do with those pictures of Rivka that was in that thread? Because I did see some stuff about Rivka. Did you participate in any of that, stuff?
No, I did not.
Okay.
Go ahead, Robert, and then I'll talk.
So my question is Mittens, when was that meme made?
It was back in December.
Didn't you say that meme was a part of the original post?
No, the photo of her face.
Like the one
photo that she put on the body. That photo, I know where she got it from.
Okay. I guess that's where my confusion was, because I was like, wait, one person just said it was just made, but one person said that. Okay.
I'll put it up, but I don't know if you can see it. I'll put it up now.
Hold on.
Yeah,
I just wanted to show you this, Mittens, real quick. This is a screenshot of Bougie still in the same thread that was dumped yesterday, and there's literally a comment that says, I need you to keep your ears open about Mittens. So in the same breath that you were assisting her, it looks like they were also side-eyeing you. So I just want you to see how untrustworthy people are on this app and trying to befriend you. They use you, and then they're telling other people to watch out for you, which is crazy.
And to address Pumpkin, the reason why I can say that I didn't make one on Rivka is because I went back through and looked like I was told to. I was asked to go back through the app that I made that edit on and to see if I made any on anyone else, and I did. That's how I remembered I made one on you, Miss Unknown. No, I was not asked to make one on Rivka.
Also, I'm sorry, are you done, Mittens? I'm sorry, I don't want to talk over you, though.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, in that photo of where the meme was made, it also was discussing, I believe, that Muffin Man was a felon. I think that was said in that text. That's not true either. I don't even know where she got that, but anyway. You can see that this is a screenshot of a recent doxing page. You can tell by the little children on the right there, but the original doxing page is right behind it, the one that we have Stephanie admitting to a former mod who is a friend of ours. But you can see down below in the camera roll the original photos without the writing on her face. And that's the exact same picture. And I have a close up, I'm sorry. Let me switch it. That's the same picture that is without the writing on that meme. Everybody else would have had the writing, not the native picture.
Mm-hmm.
Besides the person who made the doxing page, correct? And that's the first, one of the first pages that put her kids up was this one. The one where she's in the blue behind here. Was her last name scratched out there, her maiden name and all that. I just wanted to show that as a little bit of proof. I know where that head came from, the original photo. All I've ever seen was that photo with writing on top of it because it, it was on a page. So I don't know what else. You can switch me out, Queen, if everybody's done looking at it. But I don't know if what else was said in there that I could maybe clarify, but that's all I got.
It looks like a meme was just made, and then whatever that is above the text saying Mittens is making the meme. Whatever is above that. That's the only thing about Muffin, I think.
Right.
Oh, okay. Well, and the reason why I'm showing that is because she got in Bubble's box and said she never made any pages on Muffin at all, ever. And that was bought hook, line, and sinker. So I just want to clarify that that's just simply not true. So that's why I'm reiterating that.
Mittens, where did you get the picture from? Did you get it from them to use, or did you do your own research?
No, Bougie sent them to me.
Okay.
Yeah, she said that she made the meme. She didn't know who the person was in the photo. She was just told to make it, and she made the mistake of not asking more questions and just made it at the time.
I'm not going to say that I was told to make it. I was asked to make it.
Okay, she was asked to make it, and she freely made it with no questions asked.
Can I sidetrack back to the muffin thing? Because I just, and I'm asking because Stay Classy, you're close to her, or were, or whatever. I don't know really the case. But my question is, well, I have a couple, and I'm asking respectfully just because I've been wanting to know these questions, and I feel like no one has been able to get this answer. My first question is, how did anybody ever even come across these accounts that have no followers and had no followers, had no friends? Because we all know when you make a new account, it's not like they pop up on your For You page. So that's my first question.
People were tagged in the post. That's number one. Number two, they were messaging people that were currently in her boxes. Kendra was one of those people, I believe.
And they were tagging us in the comments.
Yes, they were tagging.
Yeah, I know about the
people.
video being tagged in, but for some reason I remember Muffin Man speaking about these accounts prior to that. But my memory also sucks because I am too on gabapentin and my memory sucks. But also my other question is, and maybe this is just a moral thing, or maybe just I would have done things differently. I just have a hard time with being a parent going from platform to platform with 500 to 800 people and like kind of promoting this page. For people to go and even see my children in a vulnerable light, I have an issue with that. And so I just wanted to know, like, if you knew, like, why, like, and if all these people, because I reported it on a daily basis. I didn't look at the video. I reported the account many times, and it's like the account never got taken down.
Yeah, well, I can answer it from my point of view. My point of view is I was working when she was on live, or when people were in boxes and things like that. I was watching the account. More times than not, the account was private, so you could not see that photo. And I reported the photo, or we reported the photo, the profile photo enough where they removed the profile photo and kept it private. The only time where I had put up, or she had put up to share the usernames, is when it was blank It was private. It was shut down. There was no photos. The posts were gone. All of those things. And many times she was asked to come over to lives to share these details. Or she was in comments or something and people said, like in Miss Unknowns, that was totally random, I believe. Like she just said, hey, come up and share your story. You know, it wasn't like, let me go live to live to live. You know, I think 1 or 2 times maybe. Okay, maybe I heard that, but
She did ask me could she come up and let the people know. So I did let her come up because like something like that. I feel like you should, but I agree with Too Tall. Especially they said that the pictures were kind of nude or half nude or pictures like that. Like I'm definitely agreeing with her. Like and then as a mother, like some pictures we just don't send out, y'all. We gotta be careful on what we sending out to people. So, I was trying to see, like, if she could go back to think about who did she directly send those pictures to?
Yeah,
Nobody. Those pictures weren't sent to anybody.
My other question to you, and I think this is just a lot of unknown questions that we have all had for a long time, right? Because I adored and loved Muffin Man until for some reason she decided not to like me one day because she misunderstood something and then wanted to drag me for a week fucking straight. But my other question is I remember being in those lives and her talking about her having the feds involved, right? And so if you have the feds involved, why is it not being taken down? Because they take that shit very seriously.
I don't know about the feds. I don't know if that was just like a slang way of speaking. I don't know, but I've never heard her say the feds. If you say it, it probably happened.
I mean, I've never heard in live. I've heard her say that.
I've heard law enforcement because that's what's involved as a step one. As far as I know, I haven't spoken with her to know if it got further than that. I know I myself wrote a report for her local law enforcement with all the details and things that I know as a statement. And I was, excuse me, I was listening to when the officer had stopped by. He had told her that they have a unit for this type of thing, and she asked if she had to do anything else. And the officer told her, no, don't do anything until you hear from me. So that's where it was,
And why didn't they advise her if this was an open case? I don't think we should be, talking on it like that. If it is, but I know if it's a case and it's ongoing, I don't.
Yeah. I mean, do we even know? You know what I'm saying? Like, is that even the truth? Do we know? We don't know. She just kind of disappeared. But another question that was asked in the comments was, who was the first one to come across? Who was the first one to find these pages? These brand new pages.
So on that right there, Too Tall, like a lot of them were going into lives, and that people, the ones of us that sat in the box with Muffin or Muffin was in our lives, they would go into those lives and tag us in the comments, or they would make a video and tag in that video, and that's how the pages were found.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for letting me answer those uncomfortable questions, but I had to because I know many of us had the exact same question. So I appreciate you answering those, Classy, and I will drop.
Sure. I mean, I'm here anytime, honestly. I answer the best I can. I don't know everything, honestly. I don't. I just know what I've walked through myself and the facts that I have myself. I try not to go based on someone's opinion. I go with what I heard and what I've actually seen myself. I try to, so that's all.
I have 2 questions, if that's okay. One, do you know if any other accounts have been made since she left? That's been asked a lot.
I don't. No, I don't.
And
I checked on the one account. I think it's still up, but it's blank.
What's that? Never mind.
Okay.
Oh, I had a quick question. Are you at least still having conversations with her off the app, Stay Classy, or did she disappear on you?
No. She didn't disappear on me. I just kind of backed away. My choice.
Okay.
I check in on her, make sure she's okay, but that's the extent of it.
Oh, I'm sorry to interrupt. Queen, did you see Nick the Dog comment? Because I have been seeing the comments, but that last comment I just saw, did you read that, Queen? Oh, if Muffin Man was the one that posted my kids, or was it someone else? He been asking that question, so he was trying to get y'all attention.
Nick, well, I know I've seen Nick around, but Nick, can you come in a box and
Can I just say something really quick? And I just want to be very clear because I've been saying this from the jump. I don't think Muffin posted her own children, and I don't think she would post somebody else's, to be honest with you. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong. I've been wrong a lot on this fucking app.
I
agree.
Nick, correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't
Nick
that
is
part of
just-
the wasn't that part of the Sarah Riz account?
Oh. Oops. I'm just letting people up. My bad.
So I do have a little bit of I really can't talk about it, but Muffin Man did not post her own kids, like, at all. It was somebody else.
Agreed.
I agree with that.
Agreed.
Hey, Classy, I just had a question. And, you know, I've been around you guys for a long time. I guess what's always made me wonder is why she always looked to you to show proof and not showing proof herself.
A lot of people ask me that. So back when we had our other friend group, right, the first one, when all this shit happened the first time, there was people coming and going all the time. This person had this screenshot, this person had this screen recording, back and forth. We were chasing people down for proof and facts and this and that. And I stood up one day and I said, look, I will keep the receipts. Just make sure everybody just sends me the receipts. I'll make a folder. I will put everything together in one spot so that if somebody needs something or you're questioned about something, I can give it to you. I'll have everything by the date. I mean, I literally have a timeline of events, and I keep track of it because who the hell else is going to sit and do it? You know what I mean? So I figured keeping everything organized. So that's the reason why I guess I have most of the screenshots and shit, and I keep things organized. I'm sorry, what was the other part of the question?
Basically, she asking you why Muffin ain't here defending herself. Like, we know that's your friend. We know we our friend. But she want to know, why are you riding so hard for somebody who's not came and rode for themselves?
No, it's not even that. I was just curious as to why she didn't have the proof, like, herself. Because anytime anybody asked her, it's like, oh, let's get Classy in here. Which I get, you're her friend. I understand that. But if it were me, so I would have all my proof myself.
Right. So I honestly, and I don't want to be mean or I don't want to be rude, but she's not a speaker when it comes to defense, and she kind of shuts down when people are coming at her with this, that, and the third.
Yeah, I get that. I'm the same way.
She's not good at it, and it's kind of like, I don't know. It's kind of, sometimes it gets into a loop with her, and I literally one time. She had been in a box. Victoria, you can probably remember this, but it was one time we were having a live, we were showing facts, and she was doing well. And then all of a sudden, she kept telling the same story over and over and over again. And I was like, girl, back to the timeline. Like, so she just kind of gets lost in her own thoughts. And I feel like sometimes it's easier for someone who can put it down a little bit better, who has done this a few times, to just say, here it.
Yeah, I understand that, but I mean, I guess my thing is like the crap that I've been through on this app. I keep my stuff organized myself, and I show proof when people ask, myself.
Yeah.
And that was my only question. Yeah. But I mean, I know how you are. I've been around you a long time. I respect you, and
I appreciate that.
I do you. I had just always wondered that question. So
yeah, and no problem. I mean, I really do think that's why I think sometimes I don't know, I just maybe I can speak a little bit better or clearer or make more sense where people can understand it. I don't know. I think, and that's just that's some of the thing, right? Like, because then it becomes more my responsibility. And I told her a few times, like, you're gonna have to speak on this. Like, you're gonna have to take control. Like, you really got to do this. Like,
Yeah,
you know.
I mean,
And
it's one thing
it
helping
made
her out,
her
but
gave
doing
her
it
anxiety.
for her is,
Sure.
you know,
Well, and
it's
I
not really your
understand that.
responsibility.
No, and I never felt like it was my job or duty. I was just helping a friend keep something straight. To be honest,
Yeah.
like that's all it was. I was just helping a friend of mine keep her receipts together, and that's it. You know, like that's how I viewed it. When it became too much, I said, listen, like I'm not gonna speak. If somebody knows, everybody knows where I'm at. And if somebody wants to come ask me a question in my DMs, I always answer. Nobody asked me a question. Nobody came and asked me shit. So I was like, okay, well, then we're moving on.
So can I ask you a question? Since you're kind of like the
Sure.
go-to guru for her, some of the common cousins have made it clear that they were asking questions not too long ago because things weren't adding up for them. Not to say that she was guilty of anything, but that some things that they were hearing from her wasn't making any sense, and then she just disappeared. Is any of the common cousins allowed to ask you those same questions to you privately, and you can give them your perspective on it? Because it does bother some that there are common cousins that went into her lives religiously and supported her, and when they respectfully asked some questions that didn't add up, she just kind of dropped everyone and left.
Sure. I mean, and here's the thing, I'll tell everybody, I can only give you my outlook or what I've been through. I'm never going to answer for her, and I never could speak for her. So, I can only do what I can do and answer how I would answer it or what I've seen.
Yeah, she blocked even some of the people that supported her. So it's just, I get that it was probably overwhelming for her in general, just because it had been going on for months, but
my opinion on that is, she's already been through this once. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
She's already been through the pitchforks and the attitudes and the you did it's, and she's already been through this circle one time. And I just as a mom and a woman myself, I just don't think I could have even done it again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The fake accounts and the kids posted. She's already been through this shit one time.
Sure.
And I just don't think she wanted to take it on again. I just don't think she could have done it again.
Okay, birthday boy, yes. And then
He's got 7 hands in that.
Look, well, there was a going by one hand, so I had to go for 13 more. Okay, I will say this, like Lassie, like me and you have no hard feelings, like we're good and everything. Like I understand that everybody has 1,003 questions, but it is not fair to Classy. Just like it wasn't fair to any of the rest of us for everybody to come, to come at Classy with the questions, like at one time in a live like this. I mean, I'm sure out of the 534 people in here, there's 400 of y'all that have questions. And it's not fair to Classy to put her in this position. In my personal opinion.
I appreciate that, and I really would. I don't have anything that I would not tell anybody. Honestly, I don't have a problem with sharing whatever I know, whatever proof I have, whatever receipt I have. I don't mind sharing, even my opinion. But it gets to be a lot. You're right. But if anybody wants to know, I'm right here. I'm always here. Everybody knows my schedule. I eat lunch and text. I'm on in the morning. I go to school at night, Tuesday, Thursdays. For Saturday and Sunday, I'm at school. So, everybody knows my schedule.
If you do approach Classy, please just be respectful. I know that some people's feelings were hurt. That Muffin kind of dipped out on y'all without question. But if you do approach Classy, I just ask, be classy, be demure about your questions.
Right. I mean, like it can be very overwhelming.
Yeah.
With a lot of people coming with questions.
Yeah.
Come with questions at one time and one after another, and them being all over the board. Like I don't think it's fair that for Classy to be overwhelmed by it.
Right.
I appreciate
By
that.
by
I appreciate
1,007
that.
questions.
Okay, Katie, and
I
then
do.
Rivka.
So I'm just going to put in my opinion here, and I know a lot of people don't like me, but I'm going to give my opinion anyways, because quite frankly, I don't give a flying fuck. I think Muffin leaving the app was the best thing for her to do. We literally begged her at one point to deactivate her accounts because we didn't think it was healthy, especially when her children were being posted. So quite frankly, I'm glad that she's not on the app, so maybe she can heal and get answers for what she's looking for. And I just want to make a point again, like a lot of us didn't step away because of the children thing, okay? That there's deeper things going on that people don't know, and that's why a lot of us walked away. And I feel like, if Muffin wants to come back after her case and everything, whatever have you, and you guys want to welcome her back with open arms, go ahead. Just know that I will never be that bitch, okay? Never. And I hope you guys hear me loud and clear.
Okay, so to echo off of that, my reasoning for stepping away from Muffin was not out of the frustration I had of her avoiding answering my questions directly on a wide range of topics, not just the pages that were tagging me in comments, thinking they were doing their big one, doxing that I'm from Colorado. Like, I don't openly post about it, but any hoozles, my reason for stepping away was completely separate from that. Because I care for a lot of people. Yeah, that's not why I walked away. I do, Classy, just because you're here before I ask Mittens a question, did you turn your report into an actual police officer? Or did you just hand it over to
Yes.
Muffin so she could hand it in?
No, I actually got a secured link to share photos and wrote a report in an email directly to the detective or officer, I believe. I think it was an officer,
Okay.
not a detective.
I was just curious.
I can go look, though.
No, girl, please. My qualms are not with you, Classy. I promise. Like, you and I are solid. I have no issue with you. I even told her, I was like, you need to get all the proof from Classy because you need to be able to articulate what is going on here because at this point you're doing a bad job. Everybody has questions and you can't get frustrated when all of us are new to this story. Like, so many of us were new. We wanted to help. We wanted to support. And it breaks my heart that there are extenuating circumstances why I can't, like Katie, ever sit in a box and live with her when she comes back. I hope, for the best for her, and I wish her no ill will. But yeah, it sucks.
I understand both you and Katie. If you're open to it, ladies, I would like to chat about it if you're open.
Absolutely. I will DM you, girl. I ain't got no problem with you.
Okay.
Okay.
Talk about it.
Yeah, absolutely. Is Mittens still in a box? Wait, there she is. Hi, Mittens.
Yeah, I just want to apologize. This took a complete 360. This is about Mittens, and I opened my...
So, in December, there were, at this point, like, by the time this stuff happened with Ms. Unknown and you made that, that meme irks me in my soul, so I don't even want to get into the feelings I have on that. But by that point, like, I was being slut-shamed by Bougie, by Leather. They were calling me names, saying that I wasn't trafficked. They were lying on my story. They were lying about my everything. And so as a survivor yourself, how the fuck did you go sit over there, Mittens? I'm sorry. That should piss me off. I've been cleaning my kid's room. I've been listening. And knowing that you admitted up until a few weeks ago you were still talking to Bougie, knowing everything she's done to people, I get it. I heard you loud and clear in your live that day when you said, I don't have a problem with Bougie because she's never done anything directly to me. That's weird. If you claim to be an advocate for mental health and for survivors of trafficking like you and I have been through, why is that okay? Why?
I did not agree with that stuff.
No. You don't get to absolve yourself from that, though, because you knew what they were doing. And as a trafficking survivor yourself, How did you sit with that?
Eating your sandwich.
I didn't agree with it. That's all. There's no excuses. There's nothing. I didn't
All
agree
right.
with it.
Cool. Got it. Bye.
Kendra?
I legit only came up here to say about I came in with the whole muffin thing. I just want to say I don't want to be anywhere around anything that has to do with any of that. I got fucking attacked for asking fucking questions, and that's why I left that goddamn group chat. Okay, I don't want nothing to do with nothing that I'm gonna get yelled at for whenever I was somebody's friend. Okay, that's all I wanted to say, and I didn't want to interrupt, so I'm sorry to bring it back up, but I'm not one that's gonna shut the fuck up. I love y'all.
So, Kendra, I came to you in your DMs and I said, what did I say that was aggressive or defensive? Please tell me. I was confused because I did get a clip that you weren't alive saying that. I just wanted to make sure that it was not me that was saying that. But in the rest of that DM, I just said, hey, listen, the truth will come out. The truth doesn't ever need defending, right? Like, the facts are what they are. There will always be the facts when the dust settles and things and the emotions go down. What do you have? You have the facts, the proof. And that's what I will always rely on. Always, no matter if it's my best friend and I love them and I would rather twist a story to make those people look good. That's just not how life works, right? Like, that's just not how life works. You have to be able to prove it, and you have to be able to say, look, this 1, 2, 3, this came from this came from this, and here we are. Do you know what I mean? Okay, I'll mute.
Y'all doing okay? Sorry, I stepped away and made dinner.
Queen, if it's all right, I would like to go left field one more time.
Okay, go ahead.
Let's just go ahead and go left field again.
Just one moment, Robert. Does anyone have any more questions for me? Because I have to drop.
Any more questions for Mittens? You got 30 seconds. Request a box. 20 seconds.
I think everybody asked my questions. She didn't say that she knew anything else about Muffin Man, but you weren't told anything about Muffin Man or any details of anything. You were just given a head and a photo and basically made a meme, correct? Is that what you're saying, Min?
Correct.
Okay.
And I
think everybody else asked.
Right behind, because I was gonna ask that same thing. Means like, we all grown. So you telling me that you went into a situation not knowing nothing head first, and you just went out and did it. That's just like her telling you to go out and purr somebody, and you just agree to it, and you saying that you don't know nothing about it. Like, you gonna have to look into that, because you saying that somebody told you to do something and you did it just on the strength, like, this shit ain't 100 minutes.
I thought she was my friend. I was asked to do it, so I did it.
You think friends will put you in a bad predicament? I think we got to learn what friends mean. I think a lot of us don't know what the real definition of friend is, but a friend would never put you in a situation like that, and especially right here today, because your friend ain't here swinging for you, and they put you in this situation. So that's just something to think about.
Is Bougie for real in here? I mean...
So, Mittens, you thought she was your friend, but yet she sat and talked about everybody that you sit with, and that accepted you after everybody else wouldn't. That's what I'm trying to understand. Like,
when her and I were friends, I was still not really welcomed here.
That's not true. You've been welcome here for since the holidays. I mean, you haven't. You were doing your own lives and streaming Bernie, and people were coming in and watching and supporting you. And I'm just confused because Um, I
At
don't
that
know.
time, you were openly saying that you wanted absolutely nothing to do with me.
Yeah, but I have somebody that I just got off the phone with that considered you somebody that they trusted you and is in tears because she feels like she's been bamboozled. So to me, now you've hurt one of my friends, you've now hurt me.
Agree with you on that, matter, Blue, because that just got me thinking back to Smash, how Smash welcomed you, you know what I'm saying, over there with open arms. Smash let you get it out and all of that. And like, you know, this a full circle moment, man. Like, that shit fucked up, like, for real, though. And then you saying that you didn't know or you didn't this. You been around long enough now that you could have stood on your shit and been like, yeah, well, I did do this in the past, y'all, but I'm trying to change. So if y'all see this come out, blase, blase. But you didn't do that. You waited till the phone dump came and then you said you forget it. And, you know, I just think it's bullshit, in my opinion.
Your change behavior was on the surface, not on the back end. And so it also leads me to believe, is that why OG was riding so hard for you last night? Because she knew about it and she was
Yep.
trying to deflect from the situation so you wouldn't get called out, so you could be the ops on this side. That's my personal opinion and my personal opinion only. I'm not speaking for anybody else, but that's how I see it. Because what you did, and I don't care. I mean, you did it to Unknown, you did it to Muffins. Are you making that many memes that you don't remember whose memes you're making? Like, I mean, tell me, like, is that how many memes you're making that you can't remember that you made one of Miss Unknown or
No.
Muffin?
No.
Well, you know what? I think I might give you the same advice that I gave Shannon the other night. It might be time for you to clock out of this app and do some self development books and really deep dive into yourself to figure out why you're doing these things and hurting people that generally was taking you in and forgiving you for things that you have done in the past. That's, I mean, I don't know. And I'm not trying to beat you up, Mittens. I really do wish the best for you because I don't want anybody. Well, I'm not going to say anybody because there's a few people on this app that I don't wish death or anything, but I hope every time they cook their Pop-Tart, it's still freaking frozen or cold.
You burn it. You burn the Pop-Tart.
Or you burn the Pop-Tart, right? Or every time you step in a pile of poop. Are you talking to... I don't talk to Leather on the back end, Regina. What? I don't talk to Leather on the back end. I don't. There's only three
Yeah,
people.
we gotta. Can we have receipts on that, please? Because that's not cool. Don't say that without receipts.
Yeah, I do not talk to Leather on the back end, Regina. Thank you, though. I would be more... Regina, I'll give you my phone number. I'll screen share my phone with you. I talk to Smash, Robert, and Broken off of this app. Oh, wait, and Lisa and Firecracker, but that's on Snap. There's only 3 people on this app that have my phone number: Smash, Robert, and Broken.
Is there any more questions?
And I just thought about something. When Smash held that live Mittens about somebody put somebody kids' medical records and stuff out, was that you? That was between you and OG, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Jen, I forgot about you because you never
Oh,
did that.
okay.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just asking because I was just thinking about when we was holding those lives and just supporting and have men sit up here and said that she forgot and she don't accept the behavior, but she don't speak on it either. She let it happen and happen and happen and happen and happen. And then she let it happen to people that she portray and act like she want to be their friend and sit around them and sit up under them. That's kind of scary. That's some scary shit.
Well, if Mittens, you have to go. I just wanted to say that, like, at the end of the day, I will give you brownie points for coming up and not running and hiding and allowing this live to happen without hearing what you have to say about it. There's a lot of people on this app that should be holding themselves accountable for some disgusting behaviors as well that we've seen, and they will never even say that they've done it. The only other thing I'd say is just be careful, girl, because they were clearly talking shit about you as you were actively making memes for them. And you can't trust nobody. And I hope that maybe through some self-reflection that you don't need maybe acceptance of friendships to do dirty things to feel accepted. I don't know if that was maybe some of the reason why you did it, no questions asked, is that you felt accepted somewhere in a friendship circle. But if my friends ever ask me to be messy like that, they're not my friend, period.
One quick question. So why did Bougie pay $45,000 for her face and not brush her hair every time she's in a box?
Now Florida man.
I'm gonna drop. Thank you
but that
guys.
Florida
I
man, you know that was
appreciate
wild.
you.
That Florida man messy as a motherfucker. You get
Right.
that, Florida man? You.
I just want to say
I know
something.
she's watching. I wanted to
say
know that I noticed she don't brush her hair.
Oh, Jesus. I just want to say something about change behavior and behavior. And if you're an addict in recovery, you will completely understand where I'm coming from. Or if you are somebody who has mental health that's been untreated before, you will understand exactly what I'm saying. I'm not here to make excuses for anybody, but what I will tell you personally from me, thank you guys for that. Personally from me, I had the same repeated behavior from the age of like 10 until I was 30 years old, until it took me time to realize and understand. You guys understand how many times I tried changing my behavior and I went back to my old ways every single time. And so I'm not making excuses for Mittens. What Mittens did was wrong, okay? I think Mittens understands that now, but moving forward, Mittens, you already know that I hope that you find growth in this, because in order for us to grow, we have to put ourselves in uncomfortable ass situations like this. Like, this was uncomfortable as shit for a lot of people, for Mittens, for everybody who cared about her, for all of us, right? I'm not saying Mittens is an addiction. I'm not saying she's an addiction. I'm just saying mental health, addiction, behavior wise, it doesn't change overnight. Have I seen improvements in Mittens from when I met her? Because I didn't like her for the longest time. I did not like Mittens. Okay, have I seen change behavior in her? Yes, I have on here and on the back end, because I do talk to her often, right? But I'm just saying, and I hope this doesn't come out as an excuse. I'm just saying, think of all the times that you have done something over and over and over and over and over again, and had to learn from them, right? I have. It took me 15 times to go to rehab. It took me 100 times to listen to my doctor to get on meds. And so I'm not saying go be friends with her. I'm not saying go do this. I'm not saying, whatever, but we have to let that up to the,
she's just going to have to take this as another learning lesson. This is just another piece of her past that she needs to come to terms with and realize like how much it affects people and what it makes her look like. You know what I mean? But just like Pastor Petty said, he wants everything to be instant, and it's not. It's going to take time for people to have changed behavior. And all I can say is, Mittens, is that I don't think anybody's gonna come after you in the comment cousins in any kind of vindictive way, but just be prepared for side eyes and for people to take a step back from you, because what we saw here versus then you being supportive of that said person shortly after, and not remembering that you've done something like that to them, it kind of puts people's walls up for sure.
Yeah, and rightfully so. I mean, it wasn't right. And like Mittens knows how I feel about addictions. I didn't even know that the Miss Unknown thing was made. And so I texted her and I was like, I'm upset about this, because she knows how I feel about this. I'm just saying, for me personally, I know how many times that I've repeated my same behavior, especially as someone who had BPD, was untreated for the longest time. And it took me forever to fucking learn. Now, when we start to learn in our life is up to us, because it just is kind of like when you touch a hot stove. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you go back and touch it again. Sometimes you don't. You know what I mean? And so I just wanted to give that perspective. I'm not giving excuses for Mittens. I'm not saying go be besties with her. I'm not saying allow her into your spaces. I'm just trying to give you a different perspective from mental health and change behavior, and just it is what it is. And so thank you for letting me speak. I'm going to drop down and get my kid out of bed. But thanks, Queen, for the live. What did you have for dinner?
Oh, girl, I made like a little air fried chicken sandwich with some mayonnaise, some pickles, and some Doritos. Girl, quick and
I
easy.
love my air fryer. I love my air fryer. I think I use my air fryer more than I do my oven.
Can I tell you, my daughter was listening to y'all as I'm serving her plate, and she was like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm hosting a live." And she was like, so she goes, "I like that you could just walk away and let these people fight amongst each other by themselves. That's funny."
Well, I think it was a good live. I mean, nobody likes being in the fucking hot seat. You know what I'm saying? Nobody likes having fucking questions asked. It was a good live. I text Mittens when she came up here, and I said, "Look, you need to be honest. Like, I know we've been here before, but now's the time to be honest about everything you can fucking remember." And so,
I mean, if she come clean to herself or to you in the near future, maybe she need to hold her own live and just get it all out. You know?
Yeah.
That's
But happy birthday, Robert.
that's a good
I hope
step.
you had a good day. I'm gonna drop and get my kiddo to bed.
All right.
Bye.
Queen.
Hold on, Gigi. Do you know you're in a box, girl? You've been so quiet, girl. Gigi, girl, you sleep, girl.
Not a strike.
Girl. I'd be mortified if I knew I was sitting in a box somewhere. All right, I'm gonna let her down.
You fall asleep in your own. You started live in your sleep and you were snoring. I mean, Gigi did better than I did.
She was up here for a minute.
I just wanted. Can you help? I just want to address the whole Retina thing because I don't like being accused of something that I don't do. That's not me. I After her first live apologizing to me in Bubbles Live, I did DM her and thank her for apologizing and wished her luck on her journey and of being a better person. So if Contessa, can you mute, honey? Are you supposed to be up here?
No, I'm not supposed to be up here. Take me off. Take me off.
Strike two.
Already.
Golly. Well, you've been up here for a minute.
Yeah.
So if you call that the back end, then yes, I DM'd her one time, yes. But that's not my version of the back end. My version is back end would be off of this app. And kicking it up with her as friends. I'm sure she'll hear it. Listen, I'm not mad at Regina for asking the question. I just wish she would have asked me in private because now you've got 424 people in here like, oh, Malibu talking to...
Who said that?
Huh?
Who said it?
Regina said it.
Regina, girl, you in here, girl? Where you at, girl?
So, I mean, I'm not mad at her asking that question. I just want to answer the question and clear it up that, after she apologized to me, because that's who I am, I thank people for apologizing and wished her luck on her turning a new leaf. So, Holly Mae, can you let Regina know if she's not in here that I am not talking to Leather on the back end? Because
wait, but are we congratulating Leather recently on turning a new leaf?
This is when she apologized to me, right? Then this is when she said she walked away. I don't know any back stories of Leather and Lace, right? She apologized to me for having my name doxed. So I thanked her for that, for apologizing. Some people did it on air. Some people did it in a DM. It's not like if I'm wrong for that, then I'm wrong for that. But
So I want to clarify real quick. Just, I know I don't have to stick up for Malibu. She holds her own, but I do want to say that when all this went down, it was long before all of this came out, right? This was like when she first came out, was apologizing, you know what I mean? Before we saw some of the things she said last night and some other things had come out. This was before all of that. It wasn't like currently like, get him, girl.
Okay, so it's not on this current like apology tour.
No.
I don't do apology tours because I don't have anything to apologize for.
Well, she
yeah,
does.
I know what you're saying. But I thanked her. That's it. So
I'm waiting for the next apology tour when she come apologize to me when she realized she accused me of doxing her son and I don't even know who she is.
I have a question.
Sure. Can't hear you, girl. You sound like you in the tube, girl.
Hold on. Better?
Yeah.
It's because it was on the charger. I have a question. I learned a lot tonight. You know, as everybody knows, I was friends with Muffin and stuff. But the one thing that stuck out most in my mind that was spoken tonight is Florida Man said that 100% he knows that she did not make those pages, or he knows, or however he said it. But I was curious to know how he knows. Does he know who did it?
Oh, that's a good question. Florida Man, sir, come to the front.
I think he said she 100% wouldn't put her kids or anybody else's kids. I think
It's
that's
his
what he said.
opinion. It's
That's his
his
opinion.
opinion.
I don't, yeah, I don't know. I'm not speaking for him. That's how I took it, but.
Oh, I took it as he 100% like he might have known who did it.
Well, if that was the case, I'm pretty sure he would have plastered that all over his page at this point.
Yeah. I was just curious if that was the way I took it, that maybe I just misunderstood it correctly.
Florida Man, come back. Can you guys invite him back, please?
I don't know his new account.
I know. He got a million of them. Can someone tell him to come back, please? Real quick. Just like 3 minutes.
And for anybody who wants to know, I didn't know anything about Slot. That was way before my time. So I don't know who was involved with Slot, who wasn't involved with Slot. First time I ever saw Slot was when Petty showed her in his live.
Oh, see, he's so fast. Come here.
Jenna.
Come here, Florida Man. Get your ass up here.
Ooh, Florida Man, you in trouble.
Hello, buddy.
First time I ever seen Slot is when she was on my TV on the news channel.
Florida Man, when you stated earlier that you knew for a fact that Muffin Man did not post her children, is that as fact or is that your opinion? Like, do you have proof of who did?
No proof of who did, but I got a bunch of stuff and like an email.
So it's like a formulated opinion with other receipts?
With other receipts, yeah. I haven't put none of those receipts out because it's not my place to do it.
Right. I figured that if you knew who it was, you probably would have them plastered all over the place at this point.
I was just curious because the way you sounded like that Florida Man. I know who did it, but I can't say who did it.
She didn't do it, though.
Right. He doesn't know who did it, but he doesn't believe that she did it at all.
Okay, that was just my question. That's all.
He would have been like the number one, what do you call it, like the witness to her court case.
Alrighty, thank you for clearing that up, Florida Man.
Thanks, sir.
Yep.
All right. Well, we already here, and I have Robert, birthday boy. Like, Robert, we could totally move this to your platform since it's your birthday. You want to host some more tea? Because I know you said you had some more tea.
The only thing that I really wanted to share was the Megan stuff, but I feel like a couple of the other lives that I seen today had already covered that on how Megan was coming after Firecracker for the BS.
Okay, but maybe we like that you cover it better than some others.
Yeah, can I be honest? That's why I came back up here, because I knew earlier you said you were going to go left, and now that the box is in the middle, I wanted to know what you had to say.
Well, what I was going left with is, look, y'all, me and Queen already talked today about this stuff yesterday. Some of these y'all comment cousins were coming at me.
What's wrong?
There are quite a few comment cousins that are upset about what you talked about earlier, about the live yesterday and the one that shall not be spoken coming up.
Oh, well, please.
Robert, I just came up here to say happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Robert. Happy birthday to you.
Period.
Happy birthday,
I think I
Robert.
said
Well,
all.
if you don't take your ass to American Idol, bitch.
I done been there through my whole childhood. I never wanted fame and fortune. I just wanted to be me.
Period.
I
Well,
just wanted to be me. Don't you see what fame and fortune brings people? I like to
money
sit in the shower and dance in the
can buy some
mirror.
happiness. Money can buy some happiness in this economy anymore. I just wanted to address you, Robert. I don't know what people are saying, and I'm sorry. I think that I don't think you were. I don't know if. Look, I don't think you expected what happened in your life to start so strongly and confrontational with that person in a box. Okay. I chose not to play the game in your live because that's the move they wanted, was to play the game in somebody else's live. So I chose to speak on it on my own platform to take back control over this petty ass game. But I was not mad at you. All I did was express that I was upset because I had felt all day yesterday that said person was following me into every single live that I enjoy sitting in, including yours. And I was being basically taunted, and that it was just hard for me because I like to swallow my pride and not make it known to the hosts if I'm uncomfortable, because it's your platform. You should be able to make the decisions on your own. And so I just got a little hormonal pregnancy emotional, just being frustrated with the situation. That was it.
Yeah.
It was
which is completely understandable. And to be honest with you, like even if you would have requested a box, I still wouldn't let you up. To be honest, because I knew that the comment cousins were going to take care of what needed to be took care of. Like I already knew that the derailing was going to happen. As soon as said person came up, like I already knew that the conversation was going elsewhere.
Yeah.
Like you said, I was saying, like you were going to be taken care of. You know what I mean?
Right. I mean, I understand. I don't think you meant it. I don't think you meant to just bring them up to make an entertainment for your platform per se, or to put me in an uncomfortable position. But I just think we knew it was going to be mess once they got in a box, and I knew it was coming for me, and it did. And I was like, oh no, I'm not playing that game on someone else's platform like that, because it wasn't A, it wasn't fair to you, and B, I wasn't going to play. I played the game right before they left the app. I played the game. I had the threats. I had the intimidation posts on me. I even went into their own territory and tried to talk to them, and was embarrassed, talked down to, dropped out of a box, laughed at. So I just knew that if we were going to play that game, that we were going to play it on my platform, and I was going to talk where I felt safe.
Yeah, can I give my 2 cents? I think they, much like a lot of people on this app, have been given a lot of freaking grace and a lot of chances. And the fact that they were crying because, well, not crying, let me correct myself, but the fact that they were upset that they were only getting a minute to talk, in my opinion, you're lucky you even got that. Everything you've done to people on this app, you're lucky you even got that little minute. But you denied it. That's your decision. So.
And on the whole minute remark that was made, the way that I took the minute was like, hey, you have a minute to request a box, so then you can speak your piece.
Right.
Is the way I took it from the clip I was sent of it.
Yeah, you do go broke, Katie, and I love that for you. And just to answer anybody in the comments, if you do have an upcoming birthday, hit me in the DMs. I will be happy to come up and sing happy birthday to you.
Listen, I feel fucked up because my birthday was last week and I didn't get sang to.
Oh shit, I ain't know, Katie. You know I ain't know.
I'm gonna take part of Robert's. It's okay.
Okay, bet. Okay, I got you next year. I promise you. Look, if we still up here or
We
on
gonna put her on
another
the birthday cake for you,
platform,
Katie.
I got you.
We gonna put Cartel. We gonna put Cartel in the birthday cake for you, Katie, and send her to you. So when you open the cake, she gonna sing.
Yeah, I'm finna pop out. I'm finna pop out and show y'all. Okay.
I love it.
And I
All
want to
right,
go back to Queen.
I better
Yes,
go
that
and
was
shot
me
the
and
bed real quick.
Frenchie.
So I do want to say this real quick before I jump down. It has been requested that we wait until tomorrow to do the Megan live, and I said that was fine. So we're gonna wait until tomorrow night. That way, all of the key players with more receipts can come in and show their stuff on it as well.
Okay. Hi, Monster.
Sir, I get the pleasure of being next to you twice
I
tonight.
know,
You're playing the
right?
lottery.
Their birthday too, Monster, and I missed it.
Wait, Monster's upset.
Yeah, she
Monster,
looks
what's going
upset.
on?
Oh wait.
So I'm just gonna go left for a second. Since this is the first time I seen Miss Unknown in a box, my comment is for you. Just because I defend Pastor Petty does not mean that I sleep with him. I remember what you said. I'm never gonna forget what you fucking said. And everybody in here has
I ain't never mentioned your name and said you want to
everyone
put that sunshine.
everyone in here has amnesia. When Holly Mae and I were listening to your live and you were going off, and we were listening to you absolutely said, man, Monster over there probably sleeping with him too. Look at her defending him.
Pull the
That was fucked
record
up.
because I ain't never said that shit about. So
Is
pull
Holly
the
Mae
record
in
'cause I
here?
want to hear that.
Is Holly Mae in here?
Holly, you in here, girl? Or share it to her for me, please. She was in here earlier.
Try to share it.
Yeah, send me that because come on now. And if I did say that, I don't. That shit was bullshit. But yeah, it is what it is. But if I did say it, I apologize. But I just don't remember saying it. But I was stand on it. If I did,
wanted to say since
stand on.
Just wanted to say since you were in here all comfy, right? I haven't had a chance to say
And that's
anything
what I
to
want
you
you to
yet.
do.
So Holly
That's
said
what I want you to do, and I
here,
appreciate it.
she's gonna go look on the page to see if the live is posted.
Because respectfully, he's my friend, and I heard him dogged out. So of course I'm going to defend him. And that don't mean that I'm sleeping with nobody.
Can I ask a question?
That's all I wanted to say.
Why does it gotta be we're sleeping with Petty or we're sex text?
We all want him.
For
We
real.
all
Nobody-
want him because we defend what's right.
No, listen, accuse us of sleeping with like Robert or Fab Five. Come on. Why is it always gotta be fucking Petty?
Right. Stop it.
I think at the moment because we was bumping heads like that, but after that, I don't even mention it. And like I apologize to him because I took up for Pet and I still do. And
Yeah,
it is what it is.
this is just the first time that I've seen you, so
this much respect. Like, come on. I want you to do that, Moss, because if it was you, I'd do the same thing. So it's no problem. Like I said, I apologize if I said that shit. That shit was fucked up. But I was mad, blow for blow. But I ain't mean that shit. But I stand 10 toes. I shouldn't have said it.
Well, I said it about Rissa, and I meant what I said. I said what I said, and I meant what I said.
Oh,
I said she was trying to. Okay, said it.
Damn it, Cartel.
Well, I'm sorry I didn't know, Monster, that was said about you, and I'm sorry.
No, it's not. No,
But it's okay.
it's fine.
Let me tell you.
I just hadn't seen. I just hadn't seen her. So
Me and
what?
Smashly are video girls. That's what we were told. We were part of Petty's videos. So there's that.
Right, I can't believe I said Monster, and I would have threw Queen under the bus, so I knew I had to be mad as a motherfucker.
Right? Why's it gotta be me? God damn it! Fucking Miss Unknown. God damn.
And you damn just got married and you cheating already is crazy.
Right, like that is like, but I stand on what I say. I was just mad at the moment, but I ain't saying nonsense. It is what it is. I done move forward, but I'm gonna stand on it. I apologize.
I just hadn't seen you. That's the only reason why I said anything. And I'm like, man, if she's going to be coming around, I got to say something because I don't want to be feeling like this every time I see her name.
Hey, I
So I
appreciate
got
you,
it out
ladies.
and I feel better.
Right. Thank you. And I thank you for saying it to me. I appreciate that. They make me feel better.
Because I wouldn't do that.
I'm just proud of you, Monster, because you didn't come up here hooting and hollering and screaming and scaring the shit out of us.
Listen,
No, I really
Queen.
wanted to have a conversation because I would never do something like that. That's
Queen,
all.
you had to see
Right.
her the other night, how calm she was in the live
I'm
that
trying to
we
be.
had.
I'm trying to do something else. You know.
And I
She
respect
was really so, like, we were all so proud of her.
Right.
Trying to be better.
I love
and
this.
I respect it, and I want to apologize to everybody that I offended in the situation because you know I love y'all and I fuck with y'all, and like this shit did hurt me to have to step away. But anything that I have said to anybody from the bottom of my heart, like I apologize to y'all. Like I was mad, and when you mad, you will say anything. I apologize. I apologize to Petty, and that's why I just left it alone. But again, if I offended anybody, I promise y'all I apologize. I
She
ain't
did
mean no harm.
apologize to Petty. She did. I remember that.
I didn't know that either.
She did.
I just haven't seen her. That's all.
Right.
No disrespect, no
And
nothing.
I
I
mean,
just wanted to say that.
that's all you can do as a woman is apologize and hold yourself accountable for your actions and do better. That's it.
Yeah, I like to not have beef with people, and I like to be in common spaces and not feel some type of way when I be seeing their names is all. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel
Now I feel better.
I feel because I done got blocked out of every time I go in somebody's shit, I get blocked out. So I'm used to it. But I like y'all. I fuck with y'all. That's why I come back around because y'all ain't did shit to me. And that's why I told you I apologize and Queen, all of y'all. Like I fuck with y'all.
Can I ask you a genuine question, Miss Unknown, since you made that comment?
Go ahead, boo.
I'll say allegedly because I mean I believe Monster, but I don't want to accuse you, because I wasn't there. But why is that something you would go to, right? Like that's my question. Why would you automatically assume everybody's sleeping with Petty?
Okay, I don't think everybody's sleeping with
It was
Petty.
because of the
I think
original comment. I think it had to do with the original comment being about Miss Sunshine. So
it kind of trickled to her, yeah, and it wasn't meant for her. I think she called
it
a stray.
trickled.
It did. She called a stray because I love Monster down. Like I would. That's why I'm mad.
I do too.
I'm mad that
And I think it also trickled down to all the women that were defending him when that fucked up shit was going on. It was
I
like,
was so mad at you, Miss Unknown.
Y'all
and it
want
was the
him.
heat of the moment, Katie. Like it was. I didn't mean to say that shit. I was mad, and I just said what what it was. But it came from the Sunshine shit. Like I never intended to throw this shit on Monster because I know goddamn well Monster ain't doing this shit. But Sunshine pissed me off, and that ain't no excuse. But like I said, I ain't mean.
Listen, I might have a picture of him printed out on my nightstand that I stare at every night before I go to sleep. But I ain't sleeping with him.
Dang it! Why'd you have to throw shit in the game, Monster?
Listen,
I love that man.
He has a picture of Petty. I have a picture of her. Okay.
Right. I fuck with Petty alone.
She's about to send me one of hers so I can put it on my stand because
Miss Unknown, just to clarify,
she's trying to make me go the other way at this point, y'all. I'm just saying.
Since she's in here, Sunshine didn't sleep with Petty either.
And I was just going off the message. Like, I don't know nobody personal business. I don't know who slept with who, and I don't care, y'all. I was mad. I saw the messages. Sunshine pissed me off. We were going back and forth, and what it is. But what I said to Sunshine is up and it's stuck. Like, I apologize to everybody else, but her, I ain't, no. Whatever I said to her, it is what it is. And that's just real talk. I'm sorry, but hey.
So, some of the comment cousins have said, Miss Unknown, that you blocked them when you were upset. If they want to be unblocked, that is. I mean, if y'all want to be,
I got certain people blocked, but I don't follow everybody because I watched how everybody flipped the script. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Like everybody got their way of doing things. Like I ain't mad at nobody, and I think I did unblock. I ain't block. I just unfollowed majority of the people. But y'all know I've been coming back around and been watching, just been in the windows. But I don't mean no harm to none of y'all.
I know that you don't, and I'm not mad that you're here, and I just didn't want to feel no type of way. So thank you for listening to me. I have to address a comment real quick. Lil Mama ND Rachel says, "Monster, I thought you were good until I saw you sit with Nicole and Elsky. My comment to you, ma'am, is how about judge me on my actions instead of the actions of everybody fucking else? Because once you start doing that, you're going to start missing out on good fucking people. And another thing, those people that you named have taken accountability, stood up, and apologized for anything that they've done. And now around here, we're about growth and moving forward, I thought. So why don't you give somebody a second fucking chance, maybe? Like I've been giving grace to everybody else. Top down.
And I appreciate you giving me that grace, monster. I appreciate that. You, all y'all, holla, all y'all. I appreciate that shit. I fuck with y'all. And again,
you're welcome.
And here's the thing, you can love the fuck out of Monster, right? You don't have to love who she sits with. The fuck? I agree, stay classy, not everyone.
Wolfie, are you strike 3 for me? Yes. Damn it. Damn it.
Nick, you and I both. I had to mute myself.
I want to say thank you for letting me come up and listening to me. Like, I appreciate that. I appreciate all y'all, Katie. I appreciate all y'all. Everybody who been 10 times, like, I really appreciate y'all. Y'all know we all a family. Y'all know when I came in, I embraced everybody just like y'all embraced me.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'm glad you got to come up and just hear who was behind that photo of you, because it wasn't okay. It wasn't.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And it's still fuck bougie and hide your motherfucking kids. Keep your kids away from her, hide them from that bitch. Yep, and it is what it is. But y'all, I'm glad that I was able to come through. I love y'all. And I'm gonna drop down. Thank you, Queen.
You're welcome. Have a good night.
Queen, I know you're probably gonna end, but let me wait till Miss Unknown drop. Listen, it's just the two of us. How you doing? you doing okay?
Girl, I'm okay. I was over here being a little fat, eating some food, listening to y'all. Okay.
I wouldn't expect any less. How's baby Queen?
She's good. She's been very, very active. I think she's head down because the hiccups today went from high to very low today. So I think she finally flipped. So we'll see. We'll see.
Well, I hope you keep taking care of yourself. And yeah, I'm gonna drop now so you can, because you definitely need to go get you some sleep if you can. So good night.
Okay, good night. All right, guys. Well, I love y'all. I'm glad we had a productive live. Now we know, so we don't have to come to me in the DMs like, who was it? Who is it? I really do hope that Mittens can move forward and just see what, her past is still coming up to haunt her a little bit about, I don't know, being friends with people or trying to stay in good with people. Don't do that. If you feel like you got to do messy shit to keep people happy, they're not your friends, period. If you need a good friend, be my friend. All right. I'm not going to ask you guys to be messy. Even if I'm mad at somebody on this app, I would never, ever ask somebody to be messy on my behalf. Go out with it. Girl, if I had my iPad next to me, I would. Okay. But yeah, love you guys. Be careful. The streets are on fire, probably still tonight. But I hope that you guys had some fun over here. I wish everyone who was in a box today the very best. No hard feelings on my end. Just protect your hearts. I know we all want friends. Holly's gonna go live, so go find Holly. Okay. All right, guys, I'm gonna go finish my food. Good night. Oh, wait a minute. Wait.
Hi, sorry, one last thing.
Okay.
First of all, I apologize for my outburst. I want to make some people aware of something, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's always when you say that you're trying to fucking do better. You heard me say that I'm trying to like calm down, right?
Yeah.
And then somebody wants to come in the comments and poke.
Right.
It's crazy to me, and I want you guys to pay attention because people that are doing positive change, they're always going to be those people that poke. But you know what? I'm still going to remain what I was trying to do. You've got me out of my character well, now that is my character. I can't even say that. Anyway, sorry for my outburst, Queen.
If that was an outburst,
why don't you DM me if you have a problem with me? How about that?
That was not an outburst. That was very well controlled. All right, love you. Oh, monster. But yeah, so y'all y'all have a good night, okay? I'll talk to you guys later. Be careful on the streets. Be good to each other.